Hello, I'm Jay Rapinski, Director of Implementation for Fastenal. Today I'd like to give you a quick overview of our implementation capabilities and the process we utilize to ensure a fast, seamless, and risk-free transition to Fastenal. During implementation, our number one priority is to keep you up and running with no stockouts or interruptions in supply. But we also want to go beyond that and make sure that the system we're implementing will deliver value to your company in 4 key areas. First, we want to help you increase your revenue through improved productivity. Second, we want to help you decrease your assets, primarily by managing your inventory assets down. Third, we want to help you reduce your total expenditures through vendor consolidation, reduced freight, reduced administrative costs, part substitutions, and other cost savings techniques. And finally, we want to implement process controls to manage the business moving forward. That includes standard operating procedures, quarterly business reviews, and other business planning put into place with our district and regional managers. This is the future state we'll work to achieve. Now, let's look at the resources we've put into place to make it happen. Fastenal has more than 40 years of inventory management experience, and we currently manage tens of thousands of programs with customers ranging from local manufacturers to Fortune 500 companies. To ensure a consistent, professional implementation, we've trained and deployed dedicated implementation teams throughout the United States, with additional teams in Canada, Mexico, and other international locations. With more than 125 implementation specialists overall, Fastenal successfully completes approximately 1,500 implementations each year. These experienced professionals are well-versed in Lean Six Sigma principles and are 100% focused on implementation activities, organizing racking, shelving, and point-of-use bins, building mezzanines and in-plant locations, establishing optimal minimum-maximum inventory levels, assisting with SKU rationalization and sourcing, providing custom labeling, reorganizing storerooms and tool cribs, and in general, putting the pieces in place to maximize flow and productivity. We can begin implementation within 2 weeks of final contract approval. This process involves collaboration on the local and national levels, all coordinated through your dedicated implementation project manager to ensure open communication and a consistently high level of service. It all begins with introductory meetings to discuss your corporate goals and expectations, followed by site surveys to determine your local stocking and service requirements. If desired, this can include Lean Six Sigma process mapping events, where we map out the current flow of product, identify areas of waste, and present a plan to achieve specific business improvements and value-added cost savings benchmarks. During these initial stages, we'll work with key personnel throughout your organization to gather as much information as possible, reviewing OEM parts and blueprints, cross-referencing part numbers, identifying key vendors and manufacturers, data mining things like usage reports and production forecasts, and discussing any QMS or quality control procedures we may need to comply with. We'll also determine your material management needs. Do you need new racking? What types of bins? Are you operating in a lean manufacturing environment? Do you want 5S to be part of the implementation? And more generally, what level of service do you need the local Fastenal account representatives to provide? Once we have a clear understanding of your needs, we'll meet to discuss the process and timeline. This will be the basis for a task tracker or Gantt chart that clearly lays out who needs to do what by when. As we move through the process, we'll utilize this project management tool to report the percentage of the implementation completed, typically on a weekly basis. With our plan and timeline in place, the next step is to evaluate and set up your stocking systems. When it comes to material management, we have 2 hard rules. Number 1, never overstock you. And number 2, never let you run out. Beyond that, we'll take a completely flexible approach to tailor a program that meets your unique needs, whether that's a dock-to-dock or dock-to-stock program, Kanban or other just-in-time systems, point-of-use delivery, or a dedicated store or crib staffed by Fastenal personnel within your plant. During this phase, we'll analyze and establish optimal minimum-maximum inventory levels for your stocking locations and also determine what safety stock to keep at the local Fastenal store. The goal is to keep just the right amount of product flowing to your points of use, with the ability to deliver emergency stock within the hour. We'll also develop custom labeling and signage, and if desired, custom packaging or kitting to meet your needs. When approximately 75% of the implementation is complete, we'll begin drafting the standard operating procedure. This will be co-written by the local Fastenal store, the Fastenal district manager, and most importantly, your key personnel, so that everyone has input and everyone clearly understands their roles and responsibilities moving forward. Near the completion of our implementation, we'll set up the cost savings reporting in our local store point of sale system. This will allow us to continually document direct and indirect cost savings versus your current state. We're confident that a Fastenal implementation will positively affect your total cost of ownership, and we look forward to reporting those results on a regular basis. The final step is to clean up any loose ends and hand the program over to your local Fastenal store team to start servicing your business. Again, throughout the entire process, we'll be in close communication with your team, typically with weekly updates to discuss any issues and review the percentage of the implementation completed as we work toward full implementation. Having implemented thousands of inventory management programs over the years, we've learned that a successful implementation starts with acceptance of the initiative from the executive leadership of the company. It's also important to assign a local site champion to help us quickly gather information we need to stay on schedule and ensure a seamless, risk-free transition. Implementations can be very complex, and there are obviously many more details involved, but hopefully we gave you a better sense of our capabilities and process. If you'd like additional information, please reach out to your local Fastenal representative. Our implementation personnel are also available for questions and consultations at any point during the process. We look forward to continuing the conversation and earning your business. Thank you.